Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Lara Annie, and as you all know, I'm a new permanent resident in Canada. Based on my last video where I talked about the overview of how to apply for the Canada Federal Skilled Worker Express Entry Program, I got lots of questions asking about how people can increase their CRS score, that is the comprehensive ranking system score, things to do when you have like a lower score and like it's not up to the cutoff. So I decided to talk about that on this video. So on this video I'm going to be talking about things you can do to improve your comprehensive ranking system score for the Express Entry program. So the first thing you can do is regarding your language proficiency. So for IELTS, you can aim for higher scores in the examination. Yet the minimum CLB, which is Canadian Language Benchmark level that you need in order to have an Express Entry profile, is CLB 7, which means in your listening you can have between 6 to 7 points, and then you should have 6 points in the remaining modules. But what you can do is, since that is the minimum CLB that you need in order to have an Express Entry profile, what you can do is to aim for higher scores. For instance, you can aim for CLB 9, which is the one I talked about in the previous video. That is you having 8 in your listening and 7 in the remaining exams, which is speaking, reading, and writing. So if you aim for higher scores in your IELTS examination, I'm very sure that you're going to have higher points at the end of it all. Another thing is, if you're married and your spouse hasn't written the IELTS examination, you can actually encourage your spouse to write that, as the scores your spouse is going to get can add as much as 20 points to your scores. Then another thing you can do is, if you're good with French, like if you know French as well as you know English, you can always write the TEF Canada examination in order to boost your scores. Next on the list is your level of education. So for instance, let's say you have just a BSc degree, you can work on getting a master's degree. Having a master's degree is going to get you more points on the Express Entry pool. And next is your age. So you should try to apply as early as you can age-wise, especially if you are below 30, in order to attain the highest scores in the age category, because once you are over 30 years old, you start to lose points under the age category. Next on the list is sibling points. So if you or your spouse, if your spouse is going to be accompanying you to Canada, if either you or your spouse has a sibling in Canada that's already a permanent resident or a citizen, you can actually get extra 15 points for that. So, but please note that for you to be able to claim someone as your sibling, for you to be able to claim someone as your sibling, that's either your brother or your sister, the person has to be 18 years or older, and the person has to be related to you or your partner by blood, by marriage, by common law partnership, or by adoption. And the person has to have a parent in common with you or your partner. A brother or sister is related to you by blood, that is biological, and by adoption or by marriage, which is your stepbrother or your stepsister. Next is your work experience. You can also try to gather more work experience, especially if your work experience is currently below 3 to 4 years. So once you have work experience of 3 years and above, you can get more points under this category. The next is you trying to earn a Canadian degree, diploma, or certificate. So if you earn a Canadian degree, diploma, or certificate, you get more points for this. Please note that for you to claim a Canadian degree, diploma, or certificate, you must not have studied under an award that required you to return to your home country after graduation to apply your skills and knowledge. You must have studied at a school within Canada. Foreign campuses don't count. You must have had to be enrolled full-time for at least 8 months unless you completed the study or training program between March 2020 and August 2022. You had to have been physically present in Canada for at least 8 months unless you completed the study or training program between March 2020 and August 2022. So please note that those are the criteria that you need in order to be able to claim to have earned a Canadian degree, diploma, or certificate. Another thing that can boost your comprehensive ranking system score is if you have a valid job offer supported by labor market impact assessment. So for you to claim that you have a valid job offer must be full-time. It must be in a skilled job listed as Tier 0, Tier 1, Tier 2, or Tier 3 in the 2021 National Occupational Classification. And a valid job offer must be supported by a labor market impact assessment, which is LMIA for short, or exempt from needing one. And a valid job offer must be for 1 year from the time you become a permanent resident. A job offer isn't valid if your employer is an embassy, high commission, or consulate in Canada, or on the list of ineligible employers. So on my last video, I only made mention of me leaving the link to the CRS tool in the description box, but that's not the only link I left in my description box. I left the link to the CRS tool. I left the link to check eligibility to apply as a federal skilled worker under the Express Entry program. I left the link to find your National Occupational Classification, which is the Tier 0, 1, 2, 3, to find which one your job category falls under. I also left link to the proof of funds. So I didn't mention all the proof of funds on the video, so I left the link for you to check in case I didn't mention your family size on the video, so you get the chance to check it. I also left the link to World Education Services, which is WES for short. That is the body I used to evaluate my degree. And I left the link to create your Express Entry profile. That is submit an Express Entry profile online form. I left the link also in the description box. So most of the questions I've been getting, like the answers are already in the description box or on the video. So please do well to check the description box for all these links. That's the description box of my previous video. I think I'll also leave the link in this video so you can also make reference to it. And that's a wrap on the things you can do to improve your CRS score for the Canada Federal Skilled Worker Express Entry program. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up. If you're new to my YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe button. Also, feel free to drop questions in the comment section if you have any questions to ask regarding this video. And I'm also going to drop a link to a Telegram group. Yes, I've been getting lots of emails, and most people have been asking similar questions. So it's really not easy answering like everyone one by one. So I decided to create a Telegram group whereby everyone, it's kind of like be an interactive platform where once somebody drops a question, I'll get to answer that particular question, and then in case other people have similar questions, they wouldn't need to ask again because I already answered. So it's going to be an interactive platform. Check the description box for the link to join the Telegram group. See you guys in my next video. Bye.